Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. At the start of the season, I was almost a 7 handicap, and just now I'm on the cusp of going to an 11 handicap. I can't believe it. Obviously every season you're wanting to improve, and this season I've just not managed to do it. It's been really tough mentally. Episode 2 was amazing. I got such a good response, so many comments, so many DMs. So that kind of lets me know that people are resonating with me. Maybe they're not playing very well. Maybe they just want to see how someone's improving. And there's been lots of people trying to give me tips too, which is amazing. Thank you so much. 3 things I have to work on based on your comments. The first thing is making sure my swing's more connected. So imagining that there's a glove on my left armpit, keeping things nice and connected. The second thing is my takeaway, stop rolling my wrists. So I'm coming inside takeaway, and it's hard to kind of keep a nice flow. And the third thing is try and be a little bit more shallow on the downswing. But this video, I'm trying my absolute best to be consistent by making these 3 changes. So let's get into it.
So as you're about to see, the first 6 holes were very tough playing directly into the wind, but around the 8th or the 9th hole, something clicks. So make sure you stick around and I'll explain what happened. So the first hole is a 413 yard par 4, and as I said in the intro, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make my swing more connected and more consistent. When I was playing that draw, I got down to like a 7 handicap, so I'm trying to get that kind of swing back. Playing straight balls, a little draw would be great. I know I can play good golf, it's just getting my confidence back. Lovely little start to the round, a wee par, but the next hole is a par 3 that has ruined my scorecard time after time, and this is all I can think about. Trying my absolute best to make sure it doesn't happen again, I'm going for a chippy 6 iron. Much better swing, try to make it as shallow as possible, and I've got a good connection on it. Another decent par, I'm very happy with that, playing directly into the wind. The wind's kind of off the left into the face, so you're going to see a lot of these fades aiming down the left and just letting it naturally come back into the fairway. Doing the same thing again, trying to be as shallow as possible on the downswing, and it's a lovely swing. The wind's trying to get it, but it doesn't fade enough, and it's going to be in the thick stuff. Just out of curiosity, how do you guys play into the wind? I seem to struggle, obviously. I think my ball flight is too high, but yeah, just let me know, what do you guys do when playing into the wind? Leave a little comment below. A silly mistake there. That's what happens in my round quite a lot at the moment, is making these mistakes. There's kind of no excuse to get a bogey after that good shot. Again, aiming down the left side, but I just didn't start it far enough left, and it's going to be in the bunker. Although I'm low on confidence, I'm actually high confidence out of the bunker. I really love bunker shots, and that is a decent shot. So try and get this in for the par, and that would be fantastic. Again, aiming down the left, trying to fade it with the wind in the face off the left. It doesn't fade enough, but it's still going to be okay. Okay, so same story as recently, another mistake, left the face wide open, it's going to be in the burn, and that's a drop shot. It's a decent chip, it's running down towards the hole, but it's not quite close enough. Again, another putt just slides by. Tap in, this time it's for a double bogey. A fantastic swing. These 3 things are really helping me, especially with the driver. I'm enjoying it, but it just goes through into the trees. Having to lay up, I'm going to have a pitch and wedge into the green. Again, thinking about these 3 things, my swing looks so much better now. Much more consistent, nice and shallow on the downswing.
I had a lot more room than I thought there. I thought it was just behind the bunkers.
Another mistake with the putter. I'm praying it's not going to be like this for the entire round. I've left maybe 2 or 3 putts out here at least.
Okay, so this is 6 holes in. The swing feels amazing. The swing feels really good. It just, my score's not that great, but into the wind it's really tough, obviously. So those 3 swing thoughts have kind of allowed me to be a bit more consistent It's actually my putting and short games let me down a little bit, but the swing feels really good. Let's try and make some pars in the back nine. Obviously the wind's going to be helping us going back into the clubhouse, so let's keep this consistency up and really enjoy myself. If you're enjoying this video as well, please make sure you hit the like button. It helps my channel grow massively. I had such a good response in the last video, so thank you so much. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along on my journey. If you're struggling as well, maybe it's something that's going to help you. So yeah, hope you're enjoying it. Let's get back into it.
Okay, so tricky par 3 now, 178 yards. The pin is behind this bunker. I'm trying to get it in there. The wind is going to help me a little bit, but the swing just looks so much better from that angle. Much more shallow, much more consistent.
Much better, much better. Right, that drive felt so good, and I think the feel of the left armpit and just being a bit more rigid in the backswing is helping massively. So if you struggle with like a slice or like a weak shot or inconsistent, I would definitely try that. My driving especially has been very good, pretty straight, going where I want it to go.
Okay, into the wind again, got about 230 left, so I'm just hitting a 5-iron, try and get within wedge distance. So again, the swing feels good, but I'm just a little bit over the top there. Really steep, it's just popped up, and I'm gonna have a tricky up and down for the par after 2 good shots, which is unfortunate. I remember at this time thinking to myself, right, just get to the 9th hole and the wind's going to help us in the back nine. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through here. I need to try and get some pars on the back nine. Obviously with the wind behind, just swing smooth, let the wind do the work. Look for a little bit more consistency and try and get some pars. So a decent par. This next hole is the hardest hole on the course. There's one more hole, the 11th, into the wind. Then after that, all the way up to the end of the round is the wind behind. So if I get a bogey or a par in these 2 holes, I can then make up some lost ground on the finishing holes. Again, all the score isn't great on the front 9. The swing is so much better. So having a good swing gives me a good base to go forward, and the good scores will come. And you'll see in this back 9, with the wind behind, obviously, the back 9 is so much better. So make sure you stick around to the end. That's a tough one to take, a lip out on the hardest hole. But let's try and get through this next hole into the wind, and then it's behind all the way in. Somehow managed to get out this tricky spot here. A lovely smooth swing with a 56 degree, but I just didn't carry it enough. It's going to be on the edge, but I'm pretty confident I can 2-putt for bogey.
Here we go. Wind is behind now. It's been such a tough round with the wind straight into the face. I'm actually really happy with my swing. A couple of chips have been short of the green, and I've let a couple of putts go by, so it can maybe be 3 or 4 shots better just on another day. So I'm pretty happy with that. Again, if you're seeing anything with my swing or have any tips or want to have a little conversation about your golf game, just comment below. We'll have a little conversation. I've loved interacting with people on YouTube, so pars would be great if I'm honest, but a little birdie would do no harm. So let's get back into it.
A couple of lovely smooth swings off the tee, and then that wedge shot there. It just shows you, in this sort of situation, you think to yourself, golf is actually really easy. Drive, pitch, 2-putt. But you make it more complicated by hitting silly shots or making stupid decisions. Again, another beautiful swing with a little draw, trying to be as shallow as possible. And this is like reminding me of what I was like at the start of the season. Just hitting greens with ease and then getting the ball within tap-in distance, and you start to wonder why it's been so difficult in the past.
I've had so many putts just slide by today. As I said, 4 or 5 that are could have gone in on a different day.
Wind behind again, it's a par 4, 389 yards. I'm trying to hit the fade, but it doesn't quite go right in the bunker. Luckily I managed to carry it with that extra bit of wind. A lovely swing once again. The last couple of months I've just not been able to get out of these spots. I've been accumulating the errors, maybe going from rough to rough, fatting it, thinning it, and not being able to give myself enough par chances. Luckily on this back 9, I'm giving myself putts within 3-4 feet, and I'm able to finish them off.
Those were the putts that weren't dropping for me on the front 9. A little bit of consistency now, some pars, it feels amazing. So let's keep it up. Let's try and par out the rest of this round.
Now you can see by this practice swing, keeping the body connected whilst being shallow on the downswing. It looks absolutely beautiful from this point of view, and you can see by the swing, it's really, really nice. And that sort of ball flight is what I'm wanting. Nice and straight, a little bit of a draw, nice and consistent. And from this sort of spot, you're relying on yourself to 2-putt. Maybe you'll 3-putt every so often. Luckily on this back 9, my putting's pretty good within 3 feet, so I'm managing to stick it in for the par, and now we're on a roll.
How can I be playing so badly over the last month or so, and all of a sudden on this back 9 I play like a scratch golfer? Well, pretty much like a scratch golfer. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I really like it. It feels good. So again, let's keep this going. I'm feeling really, really good.
Because of a few pars, I now got the confidence just to swing freely. Again, aiming down the left, I've been fading the ball all day off the tee, so aiming down the left is a nice little shot. I flare this one out to the right, but I get a little bit lucky and miss the bunker. Let me know in the comments, would you chip this or putt this? I know I've got high confidence, but I'm just scared of that bunker there. What would you hit? Would you do like me and hit a little Texas wedge here, or would you try and fly that bunker? A bit of a misread here, too much pace. I've got a tricky one on the way back, but high confidence, pick the line and stick it in for the par. Playing so well here on this back 9. In golf, it's just crazy how much confidence can influence your game, because I can rely on this swing, nice and shallow again. Beautiful swing, the draw is back. These 3 swing changes have made a huge difference. After this round, I actually played in a competition and I shot 10 or 11 over. Again, really tricky front 9, wind into the face. On the back 9, I was 1 over, so it was much, much better. And these swing changes are making a massive difference. 18th hole, again, playing so well. I'm going to come out and film again next week in my next round. Thank you so much if you're watching this far. Again, 10 over I'm more than happy with. I've been shooting like 13, 14, 15 over every single round, if not worse. So to be shooting in and around my handicap, I'm more than happy, especially with such a bad front 9. I've managed to recover on the back 9, and this round shows me how well I can play. If you've subscribed already and you're enjoying this series, thanks so much. Make sure you leave a like. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do. There's plenty more to come, and make sure you stick around for episode 4. There's videos on the screen just now. Thanks for watching.